Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me. I think I need some tough love as I sit in my Tesla.
Plugged mine in about an hour ago, Catherine. I appreciate that.
There goes the tough love because Rachel loves her a Tesla.
I do love a Tesla.
Yeah, mine's paid for, I'll say.
Oh, very nice.
Perfect. So we don't have to sell it. We're doing good.
Check.
So I do. I think I have so many complicated questions until I play over what I think you guys are going to say to me, and I know the answer. So I was debt-free, a millionaire with a property that was, had a lot of equity and, some money in the bank and a good income. And I was a single mom. I was widowed at 39.
Oh, wow.
And I had a nice nest egg, no debt. I met a fantastic man. We got married a few years ago, and with this awesome guy that, adopted my daughter came a massive amount of debt, to the tune of close to $500,000. And it was school loans and some credit card and some high interest, short-term debt. And I want to know, the nest egg that I had built up was mine, but it's ours. The home equity, we sold that house, bought a house that we could all live in. We still have a lot of equity in that house. But am I paying off his school loan so that we can be debt-free? We have 2 paid-for cars. We have a lovely income. I just really have a hard time paying off his past life.
Yeah. And I hear that. And I, I feel like it's easier for us to kind of harp on the ones that just got married and they're like, oh, it's his debt, my debt. I'm like, you've just entered into a marriage, but when you've lived 2 separate lives in a sense, right? Because you got married later, had kids, and it's like you're merging these 2 lives. I think it's a harder pill to swallow. So I hear that, Catherine. So don't say that I'm not saying that this is just easy, because I do have my answer and it is kind of black and white, but I want you to hear that, it is hard. Like I get that. I absolutely get that. But here's the benefit. Let me say that. When couples can come together in a sense that you say, okay, this money that was mine, now I've entered into a marriage, and that means I am becoming one with someone else, and in every area of my life. And there's a sacrifice to that, right? You could put in money, you could put in time with that, you can put in maybe the way you want to raise kids, how you want to spend holidays. I mean, you could insert anything into that. And we just find that couples that have a sacrificial spirit, in a sense, to say, hey, I'm laying everything down, and together we're going to build a life as one, they thrive. And not just financially, because financially I believe they do, because you can run a race so much faster when both of you are on that same page. But I think it's even deeper than that, Catherine. There's a spiritual element there, that when you say everything that I have is yours, even this nest egg, and as hard as it is to be like, oh, when you become one with that person, it does something in your marriage. There's an intimacy and a richness there. Now, I'll let Ken jump in a second, but my other asterisk, though, Catherine, is I really want to make sure that he's done with this, right? If his spirit is, and his attitude is, God, I was so stupid, I took out all those loans, I wish I didn't, never doing it again, we're living debt-free, and it's this attitude shift as well, that you guys have the same value system, then I feel like it would be easier to say, yeah, we're in this together. Now, if he doesn't, and he's still kind of messing around with debt, and it's a value system of yours to live debt-free, then we have a marriage issue there, of a values issue. Does that make sense, Catherine?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I so connect with what you said. I think where I've played this is, I put our house on a 15-year mortgage. We paid off both of our cars. And I have him putting all of his income into his school loan payments every month.
Good.
And I hit the house really hard, and I make sure everything else is debt-free. I don't know that if I just paid those off, if that money that he has every month that's going off those loans would just disappear. So I don't know that.
Okay, so
I feel like we're on the same page when we talk retirement, right. But I don't know if short-term he would have the intensity to get that loan debt off, and that money might just disappear somewhere else.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I could feel that you were like, I know what you're going to say, and I know that there's something that's really eating at you. Are you guys? I have two questions. Are you guys shared? You guys shared bank accounts? You guys doing all your money together, or are you guys separate bank accounts?
Separate bank accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could
'Cause
tell.
I pay all the bills,
I know.
so it's
But here's my
yeah.
point. Here's why I asked the question. That's what's eating at you, because you've got some natural psychological tension, and that's why Dave, and as an extension, we for decades have said we want you. And Rachel just gave you the whole unity thing, and so you agreed with everything Rachel said. So if you agree with everything Rachel said, and I know you did, so you guys need to combine bank accounts, because that's where the tension is coming from. You're like, this is my money.
Oh, yeah.
I've worked hard. And then you're like, I'm having him put all of his income into the student loan. And so therein lies the tension by which you called today.
Yep.
So and listen, first of all, let me say, I completely understand why you feel the way you feel. I share Rachel's opinion on it. I get it. But you guys have decided to be married, and it's a long-term play, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So today, we combine bank accounts. I still like the strategy of taking all of his income. I love the intensity, but I would not do him on the student loans and you on the house. It's no, we're going to put this in the baby steps. So we're going to put the student loans in baby step 2, and you've done this before. And so both of you attack the student loans, and then both of you pay off the house.
Yeah, and Catherine, hold on, because Austin's going to pick up, and we're going to give you a year subscription to Ramsey Plus, and it has every dollar in there, which is our budgeting app. And I was just texting with my husband this morning about ours, because I was like, what's this Venmo? Where should it go? And so I want you guys to budget together for 3 months, okay? And I want to say by February, there might be a more emotional ease for you to pay everything, pay it all off together as a team. Once you guys have been, even from a tactical sense, budgeting together, it's coming out of one account. Like, there is a unity there versus a separation, like Ken was saying. So, Catherine, I hope that helps, but stay on the line. Austin will pick up.